somebody's losing a fucking half a parking lot full of Honda Civics or something, you know? She ain't afraid to digest anything. It could be somebody hitchhiking, somebody driving a Dodge Ram. Everybody is going straight into the Earth's core. But we played softball on this field. Not softball. It was regular ball, baseball. And man, I wasn't good at baseball, man. I remember asking the coach one time if we could put tape on the ball, like duct tape, so that thing wouldn't come in. It wouldn't hit. It wouldn't be as hard when it hit the glove. So most of baseball was me hiding kind of whenever the good batters would get up, because I'm a daydreamer. I don't need a bed. I don't need a pillow to really create that ambiance. I got that Spielberg in me. I got that cerebral Spielberg. I got this shit it's going in my head. And so baseball and you can't daydream and do baseball. You cannot do it, because you're out there and next thing you know, you fucking, that ball comes zinging at you. You'll lose an you'll pop your occipital. Dude, it'll hit you in the eye. One of your eyeballs roll right out your mouth. Like you're a Halloween game show. That shit can get tricky. But we played on a field when I was on the Cubs clubs that was at a slant. And dude, you would hit a grounder towards first base, and by the time it got to like the outfield, it was along the third base line. It was just every ball. So the best player was out there on third base or in the left field. And I wasn't good at it, man. Because I would forget we were playing. I'd forget I was playing. Dude, I'd be out there way out in right field, picking stuff and eating it or trying stuff. I mean, I would not eat everything that I picked. I wasn't that boy. You always had that one creepy boy, just anything he find, he just slid it into his mouth. I mean, it could be anything. This dude, he put a damn snake in his mouth. Some of these guys, they'll babysit you finally get their jaws open and they're in there, they're having, a couple little oysters are in there doing conjugal visits and stuff. Some people will put anything under their tongue. Oh, but that field, man, it was so hard. Because if a ball went into the outfield and you got it, you had to run uphill. It was it was like a damn decathlon just trying to get the ball in. And sometimes you would throw it and it would come right back down the hill at you. You're like, gee, well. And then at the far left field, it sloped that way. It sloped out. Dude, one guy hit it. This one fella, Mikey Donna, wore, and he was, my God, this guy, he was, he must have came out of the womb with a, he must have came out of the womb with with capability. And capability is when you're not, when you can do something. Have you ever done anything? Well, that's capability right there. And this boy just had all the athletic capability, and he would hit that ball. And we went to get it. It went over the deep, off the edge, deep field. And dude, it took you, sometimes I remember getting a ball and coming up the hill off the deep end. And by the time I got up there, the game had been over for probably about 40 minutes. Everybody's just knuckle deep eating snow cones, and some of the parents are over there, complaining about their spouses or whatever. This one lady would cry every time we won. Like, bitch, you don't even have a kid on the team. Okay, you just out here lurking. This lady would creep us out, dude. She'd be crying. Somebody would hit a damn double, and she would start crying. Like, jeepers. And she had a Don Mattingly tattoo on her ribs. But she was beautiful, though. I will say that. She had a certain beauty about her. You know, there's something very American about it when somebody hits a damn double and a lady starts crying just a few feet away. There's something, hell, I don't even know. It's almost like, it's like that movie, it's the way I feel when I watch that movie Cinderella Man. My heaven. That thing will fucking get me, bro. Cinderella Man. What's going on? Good to see you. Happy November 18. And it is the year 2019. 2019. And we are living it. We are living through time. I was thinking about that this weekend, how time is just such a... you can't stop it. I mean, it's kind of like it's the LeBron James of mediums. This bitch is going. And sometimes I realize I'm like, hey, time. You know, I'm over here, hold it up. But time ain't fucking with you, boy. Time ain't fucking with you. You little assholes out here on that lopsided field. Get your shit together. I can't believe our town would do all of that. Just really. And they had regular fields. I think they had a couple parents out there like seeing the children struggle. And you'd have some kids, dude, they played baseball so much they would grow into genetically, even one of their legs almost had a little bit more reach on it. They'd be a little bit more right-legged. Or you'd see some of the coaches out there would measure that right leg on you during practices and stuff, because see who would be able to get the best angles based on the field. And it's weird when carpentry kind of comes into a baseball. When you got a damn subcontractor out there playing on the, as the third base coach, it just gets a little kind of obtuse. Oh, it is November. What's going on with you? I hope you're well today. I'm feeling okay. Man. I'm feeling like this past week I've been really motivated to just get to the gym and get that pump. Get that body pump. And the other day I even taped off my legs with a tight tape. And tape is something that's basically for people that's too lazy to get a rope and do something. They made tape. So it's really just kind of bitch rope. And boy, I'll tape these thighs closed and I keep my blood up top. Because when I used to do that, if I would do a test or something, or, in school, man, if I had a hard test, dude, I'd have both of my legs tied off, bro. I ain't letting my blood go down to my feet and do what? Think about what? Slippers? I need my blood up top. I need my knowledge bubbling through my freaking little brain tank. Because you got to keep the water warm up there. All these at your extremities, a lot of times they're wasting time. I want that straight. When I'm under pressure, I want heart to brain. I don't want your blood's out here hitchhiking and your damn, that fourth finger, the one you can barely get straight, if you try to make it straight by itself, the one? I don't care if that bitch ever gets any blood, honestly. I want the blood where I need it. So you'd see me in a test, man, my arms and legs be turning purple. And some of the kids would be like, dude, you all right, man? You can't even hold your pencil. I'm like, bitch, I'm doing social studies, okay? And I'm trying to get a B. So I'm living what I got to do something for myself here. This preservation, and you guys out here doing that full flow. I'm going brain to heart, boy. And I'm living like that. What's going on? I'll do a little bit of laundry. We still want some single mothers for Lafayette, and that show's almost sold out down there December 26th. So we'd love that. If you want to call them, recommend one or two. We have the show in December 10th at the Wiltern in Los Angeles. That's almost sold out. We just put on Red Bank, New Jersey, which is the makeup show for Sayersville. It's now at a bigger locale. So you can get in there and sit down and feel your body in the chair. And there's something nice about that when your body hits a chair. There's something. I mean, they perfected that. A chair, it's such a perfectional piece. Say, hey, come here. Stay right here with me. And you do it every time you see a chair, you do it. Isn't that beautiful? A chair is like, hey, I'll be over here. Do what you do, but you know where I'll be at. And you get over there and you put your ass right on it. Chairs are dirty, man. Those things, they're going to get pink eye. They keep playing all these games. Oh, okay. What's going on with you? Who's listening out there? I wonder who's listening sometimes, and I wonder who isn't. I know we have a young lady named Amanda, who is a long-timer listener. Thank you, Amanda. And I'm going to give her a call now and just see who listens to this thing. And she's a correctional officer, so been around some seedy men.
Hello.
Hey, Amanda, what's up? It's Theo.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks.
And you've listened. Now you've listened to most of this past weekend.
Yes. Yeah, I've listened to all of them.
Okay. And how are you doing?
I'm good. Yeah.
Nice. I'm just making sure you're holding up okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay, good. And you're a correctional officer, right?
I work in corrections. I do admin at a jail.
And what is it like over there? Is it kind of like you see on Shawshank Redemption where people are, kind of like dirty but also hopeful, or what's the vibe, you think?
Sometimes, yeah. We get a lot of, people fresh off the street because we're a county jail. So they haven't been sentenced or anything. They come to us, police pick them up straight off the street, bring them to us. So we see all kinds of people, mentally unstable, people who are currently on drugs that get brought in high.
Wow.
DUIs, people who are currently drunk who have to, stay in detox and sleep it off.
And do they team up? Do they put them on teams? Is there like a team room where there's more than one man in there, or is it there is? Yeah, everybody gets their own room.
Well, no. When you first come in to be processed, pretty much everyone is in the same little holding cell together.
Oh God, that's almost like American Idol or something. I would hate that. It's like backstage at American Idol.
Yeah. It's interesting to say the least because, you have some that are aggressive and want to, shadow box with themselves or other people. And then you have, people who are drunk and they just want to sleep. So you get a whole mix of different people.
And does it get kind of homoerotic at that point, or that's later in the system? I wonder if you're seeing any of that.
Not in holding, but, that does happen when they get to their housing. Oh
yeah, you hold it for long enough, you want to put it in something, and but yeah, you're just in holding. So one more question I have, or do you find that, so these people, so your job exactly, so you're not escorting them back there with a weapon or anything like that. You're not doing any of that.
Correct. No, I do an admin side, like a Monday through Friday. Mm-hmm. So after they come in and they're processed and they go to their tank, I coordinate programs. So if they want to go to church or AA, GED, that sort of thing.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I do the Secure system, which is our phone system. So selling phone cards, if they had any issues with their phone accounts, things like that. Their money system, if their family has an issue putting money onto their commissary account, I'm the person that they would talk to try to resolve their issues.
I see. And are most of them, do you find like a lot of the inmates are pretty friendly towards you? Does it vary? Or is there a general kind of vibe amongst inmates?
Well, because I try to, because, innocent until proven guilty, a lot of them there hadn't been to court. So I try to treat people with respect as long as they respect me. And that seems, they're really receptive to that. So.
Yeah.
But just being a female in corrections is tough. Whether you are an officer, admin, doesn't matter.
Yeah. I can totally imagine. And do a lot of the men come over there and kind of perv out by you? Do you have anybody, doing, sending you little handfuls of dirty stuff from their body or anything? I mean, what do you get? Do you get any gifts?
Definitely.
Wow.
No, I get notes. I get lots of notes.
Mm-hmm. And what are they looking for? A date, or are they thinking? What are they looking for? A date?
A couple, yeah. They say, when I get out, I'm going to find you. Okay.
Find me. First of all, find me ain't the best way to pick a woman up. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Criminal?
Thank you.
If you're a criminal,
100%.
That ain't my pickup line, especially if I'm a criminal. I'm going to find you.
I'm going to come find you. Yeah, because I'm not going to, no one knows who I am or where I live, but they're going to come find me. Okay.
And do they get...
So that's kind of scary.
Have you ever engaged with an inmate?
No, just one-on-one. They have a question about something, answer it. But other than that, I try not to learn too much of their lives, why they're there, because it doesn't matter to me why you're there. If you're respectful to me, I'll be respectful to you.
I see. I love it. And do you feel like it's a tough job for a woman? Do you feel like, is it a man's world? Is it a man's world in the prison system?
I think that men, they get more respect. They get a lot more respect. Whereas a female, a lot of them see you as weak, or maybe that they can try to talk you into doing something for them. So I think it takes a special person.
Do a lot of them try to get drugs? Yeah, they see the woman as a low-hung fruit. Do they try to get drugs in? Do they try to get playing cards or like whistle or anything unique that they're trying to get in? They're asking you.
Oh, not me personally. I've never encountered that, but I've heard of instances, yes, where they try to make friends and they say, hey, we're friends. Bring in a pack of cigarettes or, but me personally, I don't want to get involved.
Yeah.
So, and I don't have constant direct contact with them like an actual corrections officer would.
Yeah.
I don't see them every second of my shift.
I see.
So I think that's where I have an advantage because my contact is brief.
Yeah.
So
it's brief. And have you, is there a lot of handsome men going into prison, or what style of man is it visually?
No. No. And maybe it's the drugs. Maybe at one time they were handsome, but where I work, I haven't seen anyone in particular that was too handsome.
A lot of 4 and 5s doing crime, huh?
Yeah, maybe even 3s.
Ooh.
There's a lot of 3s.
And you got to earn a 3, man, because the Lord gives you 5, man. You got to earn a 3.
Well, when you have 2 teeth,
yeah, that's true.
Sometimes it's hard.
But when you got 2, man, you got to take care of those babies. At that point, that's not even a smile. That's just pets. Those are just pets in your mouth. You got to take care of them.
Right.
Well, thank you so much for listening. I really appreciate it, and I just wanted to say thank you.
Yeah, no problem. I enjoy it.
And if I go to jail, I hope I see you.
Definitely. Yep, definitely.
Well,
but don't ask for anything.
Okay. Well, I just want a deck of cards. That's all I want, with some pictures on the back, some nudie pics,
Well, regular cards, I can get you some off commissary, but I don't know about the nudie ones.
Well, maybe I'll just draw those on there myself.
You'll have to make them.
Yeah.
Yep, you'll have to make them. Find someone who's really good.
Oh,
Because,
yeah.
prison art's the best. They really have figured out how to, draw a really good nipple.
Oh, really? Now, do you see a lot of that? Do they confiscate a lot of that? People drawing titty and drawing all of that?
You can draw it. You can send it out. I've seen it, a lot of it.
Amen.
So,
Amen.
yeah.
Oh, thank you so much, Amanda, and I hope you have a great week over there.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, sweetheart. Talk to you soon.
All right.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And that's Amanda right there. And thank you very much, Amanda, for listening. And she made a list. This is how I found her number. She made a list of all the people that I've ever talked about from my hometown and sent it to us as like a glossary. And a glossary is, it's a list. And you know that, don't you? You should. We all should. I got to pay the bills real quick. Today's episode is brought to you by Candid. It's that time of year. It's that time of year when a reindeer might just fly right past your house looking for a hot gram. It's that time of year to share smiles and good times with friends and family. This is a time to tickle your damn uncle, boy, and hide your cousin in the damn little dirty clothes hamper. Hide his little ass. And, of course, it's time to exchange gifts. How about you give yourself a gift like I'm doing today? Give the gift of self-confidence. Now, how did you get it? How do you get that self-confidence? By having straighter, brighter teeth will help. And that is from Candid. Candid aligners can straighten your teeth faster and cheaper than traditional wild braces, or wire braces, some people call them. Treatment takes just 6 months on average and costs 65% less. I mean, think about that. Think about getting that grill. You'll be a grillrilla, baby. You'll be in the zoo. You'll be the to-do of the zoo when you get that grill tight. Tight. I mean, you could smile. If you smile real hard, I bet you'll find a damn diamond under your tongue. Boy, I'm talking about sheer beauty. An experienced orthodontist who is licensed in your state creates a custom treatment plan. They show you a 3D preview. You can see how your teeth will look after you're done, so you get to see the progress. Plus, in this season of giving, Candid donates $25 with each aligner purchase to Smile Train, who brings 100% free cleft lip and palate treatments to children around the globe. I guess via train, which is pretty cool. It's beautiful to think that they're there by the station and that train comes in and has those aligners on it. Give yourself the gift of Candid. Go to candidco.com/Theo and use code Theo to get $75 off. $75 off that glistening grill. That's candidco.com/Theo. Code Theo for $75 off. Candid, letter C, letter O.com/Theo. Code Theo. And look, snitches get britches, so I got to tell you about MeUndies. Look, it's the holidays. And if you've never had them, which I don't know how you couldn't have, but if you've never had them, I mean, you want to talk about a stocking stuffer. Stuff yourself into a pair of MeUndies, and you will just feel stocked up to the gills with joy. MeUndies is anything but ordinary. They have a gift for literally everyone. Yes, including your weird aunt that, she could whistle and then pull half a handful of black olives out of her mouth. That's Italian. And the best part is MeUndies delivers straight to your door with free shipping. And that's a miracle. Look, I've had them on. I've worn MeUndies before a party. I've worn them after a party. So you could just tell you right there it was a pretty damn good party. Look, MeUndies makes the perfect hibernation undies and loungewear if you don't want to go out. MeUndies knows that it's getting cold in a lot of places this year, and they're coming out with even more cuddly products. You can cozy up with new robes for men and women and Game of Thrones fans, Or you can treat yourself in those soft new slippers, sorry. And they grip at the bottom so you won't be slipperying. You can match the whole family, but imagine your whole damn family wearing the same thing and going to a damn Chevron or something to get one of those hot chicken biscuits. With brand new holiday prints and cozy products, MeUndies has a gift for literally everyone. It's a great time for our listeners. For any first-time purchasers, you get 15% off and free shipping. This is a no-brainer because they have 100% satisfaction. MeUndies.com/weekend to get your 15% off your first pair, free shipping, and 100% satisfaction. Go to MeUndies.com/weekend. I love them, and you will. Thank you guys. Good to see you. Good to hear you. What's going on? Being alive, making it through the year. I'm kind of amazed how time goes so fast. I was brushing on it a little earlier. I mean, time just, it's like the fastest friend you have, and you're always like, come here, buddy. And time's like, and sometimes I find I even get angry at time in my brain. I'm like, time, shut it down, guy. I'm trying to tighten up over here, and you keep just making me feel loose. Because you keep just, time is that guy, like when you're going rappelling, and he just keeps throwing rope out there. Like your boy Larry Time, he just roping you out. But that's life, man. That's life. It's that limited time offer. Life is that limited time offer where it's just, it's the only show in town. That's the thing. For as much as we know, it's the only show in town. And so we got to grab this bastard because this is it. And we're doing it. We're doing it, man. We're doing it. I'm back on that hope bus. All aboard. This bus is short, but it's hopeful, son. Gang. We had some great calls that came in. What did I do this weekend? Oh, I did this breathing work thing. It's called Breath of Fire. You could look it up online. And it's where you inhale like a bunch through your nose, and then you hold your breath, and you gotta tighten up that little dirt dimple, that kind of TAINT. I don't want to say it out loud, but that TAINT area of your body. That little isthmus between your nuts and your little back jaw. Down there in Stinkganistan, bro. That area right between your nuts and your little beeholio. Well, you tighten that up and you hold your breath after you do all that breathing, and you're supposed to you catch a little bit of a free buzz. And it's called fire breathe. Shit, I don't know what it's called. But you do it in the morning and it really helps you out. And you can look it up. And I met a man. This man had his name is Casey, no. Henry, no. Thurman, no. His name is Randy, no. Breathing. Let me see what his name is real quick. Damn, nice man too. I wish I wouldn't forget his name right now. Breathing. Troy Casey. That's his man. That's his name. And which is crazy. I knew a kid growing up, this boy Troy Casey Walter, and he had 3 first names, no last names. And man, you're fucked really if that happens. But this man only has 2. His name's Troy Casey. And he was really cool. And when you do that and you do this fire breathing technique, you activate the DMT that's in your body. And it's that free, it's just like the Lord put that lollipop right into you. And first you was lollying, but now you pop in. I'm a sucker for a sucker. And I'll put a link to one of his videos. And it was really, it got me feeling I just started to feel a little bit more gifted, and it made me feel a little more motivated. So I'm happy that I've just been running a lot this past week, and I'm hopeful that I'll keep doing that. Yeah, just, it's time to this whole year for me, and I know I say it all the time, has just been very, I mean, maybe I share it all the time and it's all I share, but it's been really tough. This year has been very tough for me, and it's hard to complain because I've had such a progressive year with work. And it's hard to complain, and I don't want to complain. I just want to stay focused on feeling good. And I can do it. I can do it. I've done a lot, and I can do this. So that's what I'm telling myself today. We have some calls that came in, as always, on the hotline. 985-664-9503. Also, what did I do this past, the past 2 weeks? We did a campaign for Sam Adams. And you'll get to see it. It's a video. And I don't drink, but the campaign is really amazing. And you don't have to drink to do the campaign, which I thought was pretty cool. And which is also the only way that I would do it. But it was about toasting somebody, like toasting, where you really say, hey, you're my buddy, or, cheers to you. And it was, you'll see it. There's going to be some other of your favorite podcast people in there, or not favorite. I mean, you may listen to this and can't stand me, but there's going to be just a tribe of podcast people that are doing these toast someone campaigns. And that happy hitter. Oh, and Toronto is going to finally go on sale this week. So, and the Brea, we're going to make those dates up. I don't know when, but it's going to happen probably March. So, onward. Here we go.
Yo, Theo, it's morning out here in St. Louis, man.
Marnin, and that's a great name. And that's obviously a name you got to use before noon. And that's got to be great, because it's got to be just peaceful after that. Nobody bothering you. Onward, brother.
I was just hitting you up because I heard you talking about that ice cream machine at McDonald's, man. I used to work up there. They canned me, and I'll tell you the truth about that thing, man. It's always working. It's just nobody wants to clean it, so they just tell you it's broken all the time. If you want some ice cream, you want to get that sundae, you just tell them straight up, look, I'm going to talk to your district manager. I know that thing works. Mm-hmm. And I guarantee you, man, they'll fire that boy up for you. But then you got to be careful, because they're probably going to spit in it. So remember that the next time you hit in that late night McDonald's, don't let them pull that bullshit on you. Mm-hmm. Gang.
They always do it. And how much spit? That's the question. It really pops into your brain like a damn vulture with a handful of warm marbles. I mean, that's the thing that's, how much, if they drop one little, about a 19th of an ounce or something over to the edge, I can handle it, boy. But if they do if they clear the throat, I'm out. But yeah, that's the thing. McDonald's, I mean, here's the thing. This is a great time for McDonald's to finally fire up the ice cream machines. All these bitches can't be off. All of them can't be off. McDonald's are getting lazy. They're fighting at Popeyes. ChickfilA, man, they got peace, but every now and then somebody gets choked out over there angry about the Lord. Bro, I'm telling you, it's all turning into the WWE. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. You're going to have everybody. Next thing you know, it's going to be, Krusty the Krab is going to be running for office. You're going to have someone's going to give birth to a damn watermelon. It's all merging. This is it. This is the time. This is the time for somebody to just pull a damn, reach into your. Dude, you could. This is the time. I mean, there's all kind of stuff. Anything. Somebody do a backflip off a damn Wendy's. Kids are learning baseball on slanted fields. Okay, it's a new era where anything is possible. And we got it. And I'm happy to be here with you doing it. All right, let's take another call. Good luck out there, man. I'm going to tell him. I'm going to threaten that district manager. I'm going to hit him with that slide into your DM, okay? Because I know that they got that Sunday superintendent, and he knows the ice cream switch. And I roll up every time it's that damn witching hour. Oh, it's broke. Oh, we can't get it to turn it on, Jack. Okay? I'm sorry, sir. We out of the Oh, okay. We turn it on. I want the Sunday. And I want the little sack of nutty nuts with it, okay? Them little frickin' little bitty, damn, look like you could barely get them stuck in your teeth, them little nut nuggets. I want 2 packs of them bitches. And I want it all or nothing at all. Turn on the Sunday maker. Y'all in there laughing, thinking all you're going to make all night is little cheeseburgers and this and that. I want 6 Happy Meals, boy. I know what y'all doing in there. Y'all back there hiding, fucking eating them nighttime McGriddles, being risky. Well, look here, Grimace the Menace. Turn it on. Turn on the Sunday maker. People driving across town to get a damn sweet, cold, frozen, icy, nighttime, cupped snack. And you got the audacity to just, I'm sorry to tell you, but no, I'm sorry to tell you. But I'll draw a Popeyes chicken sandwich on the wall of this fragging McDaniels and raise straight HELL. Gang, bruh. Turn it on. I'm sorry, man. That shit makes me mad, boy. It makes me mad. So that's that first call right there, and that's the truth. If you want the facts, you threaten that district manager. Oh, I'm about to slide into your DM, all right, gang. Let's go. Right here, we got another call, as always, 985-664-9503.
Yo, Theo. This is Gary from Pennsylvania.
What's up, Gary? Oh, hey, Gary. Hey, Gary. Hey, Gary. Hey, Gary. I thought when I was young, my name was Gary for a little while. Because somebody lied to me, but I told myself. I forgot that it was me that had told myself that. Isn't that crazy? Let's hear more.
Gang. I'm listening to one of your latest podcasts, and some dude called about El Chapo being down in the Sinaloa, down there with the Sinaloa cartel.
Oh, yeah, that's down there with that animal sanctuary I was trying to get in with. And I haven't heard from that guy. I mean, that's the only thing. I'm not going to invest if I can't even get a text back from the guy. I hope he's all right. Onward.
And I have to agree with him, man. I don't think this is a good investment. Just the last few weeks, El Chapo's son was kidnapped, and his whole cartel tried to set the whole city on fire. Obviously, not an investment or anything, but I would recommend against it, as a civilian.
Well, look, man, I feel you. Thank you. I want to say that. Thank you very much. The only thing I'm thinking, look, if they're burning property, you know what's running out of the fire? Animales. Okay? Penguins. Giraffes. Burros. Parrots. Falcons. Perros. Gatos. Pescados. Um, armadillos. So I'm talking about getting free. I'm talking about getting, stocking up my warehouse for free if they're down there burning it down. So you got to think reverse psychology sometime when it comes to an investment. But I appreciate it, man. Let's hear a little bit more. I didn't mean to shut you off there, brother.
But I just don't want to see you get screwed over. And that shit is on fire down there. But
yeah, but fire. I mean, here's the thing, dude. After fire comes a lot of beauty. Think about the Big Bang Theory. Think about that. Think about that song, Fire on the Mountain. You get a mountain. Think about, let's hear more from you. I'm out of ideas on it.
I think you do better. And it doesn't look really good. Like people, they're not even trying to go outside recently. So just be careful on what you do, man.
Gang, bro. Muchas gracias, senor. And I do appreciate that. It's very sweet of you to call, especially, probably having a little bit more of an intel to the deal. Yeah, it's $4,500 to get in on a zoo down there. And here's the tempting thing. I've always wanted to own a zoo. I don't think there's a man out there that doesn't want to have a little bit of Tarzan in their nuts. You lift up my arm, you just hear, oh. Everybody's got that thing, that beast in them. I got that beast infection. And just thinking about just being at night and just having a unicorn outside, or not a unicorn, but having an exotic horse with nice hair. Think about that. Imagine a horse that's just fucking been cornrowed its whole body. Nobody's doing that. That's what we do at the Mexican Zoo. El Zoológico de Mexico. So I'm saying $4,500 to get in on a Sinaloan zoo. It doesn't sound like much. You know what I'm saying? You're talking about some real serious animals. You're talking about a South American eagle. Think about that bitch, boy. You know what I'm saying, dude? He's going to be bald. He's going to have tattoos. Bro, he's going to have one of his claws real sharp. I'm just saying, man, you're going to have some real exotic animals at that zoo. You're going to have a giraffe, dude, maybe in but he got all kind of neck tats. Think about that. MS-13, MS-14, MS-15, MS-16, and all the way on through, till he graduated high school. So there's just, the possibilities are endless on the type of animals you could have in a Mexican zoo. So you have to think about it all. I appreciate you, though, brother. And thank you, man. Thanks for calling in. It's nice of you. All right, let's take a call. A question, actually. Patreon. Matt Nichols. Where is Raising Cane's on the Popeyes ChickfilA continuum? You ever flirted with a Zaxby's? And I have. I've had a little bit of Zaxby's over there. That's out of, I don't know if it's out of Nashville, but it's their version of a Popeyes, or it's chicken fingers. And when I was young, you had to go get the shit was on the bone. These youngsters, they got it so easy with the chicken fingers. Well, safe chicken. That's really what that is. Dude, when I was young, you had to take a risk on it. You don't know what that was. You could be having a femur. You could be having a damn scapula. You didn't know what was under the breading. But you got chicken and you got bone, guaranteed. And you had to get through that shit. You still had to get a little freaking, you had to get fucking immortal with that shit. And now, you can just, now you don't even have, you could fall asleep with 2 chicken fingers in your mouth. You wake up fine. Weak. Back in the day, you had to take a chance every time you got the chicken. You had to take a chicken chance. And they got these easy ass buckets. Make it through a fucking 5-piece. You drinking a 40 right there. Maybe you got a freaking couple, you doing half a gram with your cousin and y'all fucking trying to get through a 5-piece with bones. Now we talking teamwork, son. Now we talking real men. What are we talking about here? Let's take this call. Here we go.
Yo, Theo, it's Chuck from Mississippi.
Big Chuck. Oh, wait, sorry, I forgot this question. I'll say this about Raising Cane's, and I believe I want to say it's a Louisiana company. Raising Cane's, I like their chicken fingers if you go. I like the toast. They got the toast, boy. Dude, when I die, bury me inside some of that toast. They got that toast. Sometimes the toast tastes better than the damn chicken. I'm like, what's in the toast? Better chicken? It's good. So here's the thing. If you get a mass order, this is when they fail. They all fail, I find, when you get a mass order. You get 200 of those fingers, and them bitches show up drooping. Them bitches looking like they got arthritis in there. My buddy found a real middle finger in a whole thing of fingers. And damn it, and that's fucking just good luck. That's almost Irish. That's almost Scottish. But yeah, you gotta really want it to order that 200 piece. And they just don't do them as well. And that's everything. It gets to be a lot. It's the consistency isn't as valuable to the creator. The first piece you get, that's that work of art. And after that, it's that work of effort. And that's where things fall apart sometimes, is when you get away from the work of art. And things become a work of effort. And that's what I find. But I go, honestly, if I had to really rank them out, and Popeyes, the biscuits are so good. Just regular biscuits. I don't care if they got chicken in them or not. I like a sausage biscuit from McDaniel's over there. And they got them, dude, in the morning. I take the sausage off, put it on the side. I jelly each side of the biscuit. Then I have that sausage on the side like a little steak, like a little baby morning steak. And I'll cut into that first biscuit and have that bitch, Because that's almost like a little freaking pie when you look at it. And especially if you kind of crimp the edges of it with your fingers like a pie is. And then I'll have a little bit of that steak, that freaking morning steak. And then I'll finish off with that fucking baby dessert, the second half of that biscuit. But that's, for me, that happens in the airport a lot. I'll get that hitter. But yeah, I'll do a Zaxby's. I haven't had enough Zaxby's, but I'm willing to do more. And, but Popeyes, man, that's the one. If you're going to get murdered, bro, go to Popeyes. That's the one you want to die at. I ain't fucking dying outside of a Burger King, bro. You can miss me with that shit. Oh, man. Here we go. We got another call that came in. Onward. Oh, wait. Here we go.
Yo, Theo, it's Chuck from Mississippi. Taxidermy buddy. Listen, I was just thinking about your little zoo project.
What's up, Chuck? Dude, yeah, Chuck, man. What's going on? Oh, you're calling about the zoo too? Chuck sent me a whole bunch of beautiful thing of meat. Elk and everything. Elk. Shit, I don't know what all's in there, dude. I've had a couple pieces of it. It is tangy. Let's hear more. Thanks, Chuck.
I think it's a winner, dude. You get that zoo, I'll come out, I'll do the taxidermy hitter on those animals. You won't even have to feed them no more, man. People just come, have them nice, all posed up. Listen, I think it's a winner. I'm going to go ahead and order some materials. You get at me. You got my number, brother.
Whoa, dog, no. Dude, we don't have the funds for materials yet, man. We still dealing with the preliminary ordeals. We're still dealing with the first, potential ordeals, brother. And you got to make it through potential ordeals, baby, before you get into that secondary level, which is what you're trying to be at. But that's not a bad idea. Maybe taxidermy zoo in Mexico. Like almost like a Ripley's Believe It or Not, but for animals. And dude, some of the animals could even have a gunshot or something in them. You know, you see a fucking largemouth bass out there with 2 fucking slugs under its fin. You're like, damn. There's more than one way to cook a fish. Gang, brother, thanks for calling, Chuck. Man, I miss you, dog. I'll text you. Thanks for that beautiful amount of meat you sent me. Sheer God. If it was you, I think it was you that sent it, man. Thank you very much. So me and Chuck, what did we do? One day we went and did something. We was in Louisiana. Man, I feel bad, man. My brain just, it's not holding as much water as it did. Might take next week off. So if there's not an episode, just know that it's nothing personal. Just trying to relax, man. Trying to relax. Let's take another call. Here we go. Actually, I got to tell you about this right here, and you got to know it. And that is that hiring can be a slow process. Cafe Altura's COO, Dylan Miskowitz, needed to hire a director of coffee for his organic coffee company, but he was having trouble finding qualified applicants. So he switched to ZipRecruiter. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you, it finds them for you. Its technology identifies people with the right experience and invites them to apply to your job. So you get qualified candidates immediately. You need these candidates. You can't give a job to somebody that's not a candidate. You walk up to somebody on the street and say, hey, we need you right now in the courtroom. And they're like, bitch, I'm a fucking electrician. You can't do it like that. Dylan posted his job on ZipRecruiter and said he was impressed by how quickly he had great candidates apply. He also used ZipRecruiter's candidate rating feature to filter his applicants. So get rid of those. You know what I'm saying? You looking for somebody to do lawn care. And, this dude said he does, breastfeeding the long way. You could filter him out immediately. And that's how Dylan found his new director of coffee in just a few days. With results like that, it's no wonder 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. See why ZipRecruiter is effective for businesses of all sizes. Try ZipRecruiter for free at our web address, ZipRecruiter.com/TPW. Try it out. You need an employee. You need a good one. Try out ZipRecruiter.com/TPW. The smartest way to hire. Oh, man. That's beautiful. And this, I got to let you know that my sister doesn't even know this, what she's getting for Christmas. And I need some of this. Maybe instead of tying my legs off, you get these figs. Nurses, doctors, dentists, and people who work in medicine and healthcare are pretty awesome. We all agree on that. And all of us can think of a time when a medical professional helped us, or a family member. They're helping us. For years, nurses, doctors, dentists, and other awesome medical professionals were forced to wear scratchy, ill-fitting scrubs. If you look at old pictures, you'll see them in burlap out there, and sometimes even just rope wrapped around their body while they're trying to put an IV or tie off a colostomy. Not only were they ugly and uncomfortable, but they weren't designed with innovative technical properties to protect you and hold life-saving tools. Figs cares also. Every time you shop at Figs, they give scrubs to a healthcare provider in need around the world through their Threads for Threads initiative. Figs gift cards are available. So next time you're a friend who's a doctor, nurse, dentist, dermatologist, pediatrician, or just somebody who likes some damn role play, at least look like you have a job during sex. Tell them thank you by sending them Figs. So if you're an awesome human that works in healthcare, someone that wants to say thanks to these deserving folks, Figs is going to make that easy by providing you with 15% off your first purchase by using my code THEO. Get ready to love your scrubs. Head to wearfigs.com, WEARFIGS.com, and enter my code Theo at checkout. My sister will be getting those. Rolanda. That's my sister's name, and she's going to get those for Christmas. Or she's getting a couple of free passes to that Sinaloa Zoo, dog. You know what I'm saying? Somebody needs to teach an antelope how to use an AK. Boy, shit's popping off down there. Let's get into... Let's take one more call, and then maybe we'll get Nick in and go over some news. Here we go.
Hey, Theo. My name is Elle. I live in the Los Angeles area.
Hey, Elle. Thank you for calling. And that's what these days people have a simple name, L, R. You know? M. Onward?
So I've been doing improv for the last 2 years, and there was this guy that I noticed in another class, and I immediately loved him, and I thought he was attractive. And eventually I started my own sketch group, and I did invite this person. He's funny, but I also, love him.
Yeah, you got sex on the head. You got it. You got sex head, bro. Little lady. More?
I found out later that he does have a girlfriend, and it's every week, and each week it gets a little bit harder to be around him because, I really like him. And so if you have any advice, please let me know. Love you. Thank you.
Well, it's beautiful that you care about somebody. That's good. It's nice that you do that. Some people don't ever care about anybody. Somebody will be on fire, they walk right past them having a soda and just keep drinking the soda. Bitch, put them out. That's a damn... Dude, a half a Dr. Pepper will save somebody probably from the waist down. But, so what I'm saying is that, yeah, I mean, that kind of sucked because you invited him in and now you got him there. You know what I'm saying? If you bring the cat to the cradle, you're going to have to hear him meow. Whether you guys are fucking or not, or doing sex or not. I think you just gotta be, because at this point, if he was interested in being not, getting, if he was interested in really playing two-hand touch without any hands and just with penis and everything, but then he would be on it. And I've been a dirtball, so I don't really, I know if he were really interested, he would probably have been on it. And if you got him in there every week, you throwing it at him. The improv, and you telling him, oh, why don't you come over here and, pretend my butt's on fire and you're a jouster. And he's like, well, how does that make any sense? It's like, oh, you just come on, you'll see, run in with your jouster. Yeah, I don't know. I really can't help that situation. That's, it's just, it just kind of sucks. Kind of sucks there because, fuck, dude. So many times you invite people to do something, you want to have sex with them, they don't. And you just can't have sex with them. It's illegal to continue to try to do it. I mean, you can try, but, you can't. There's no way to make it happen. Without magic or doing something real. I mean, here's the thing, man. My stepdad, and it's not my real stepdad, but there's this family. I got emancipated when I was young, and I went and lived with a family in high school, and the man is kind of like my stepdad, and I call him that anyway because it just is more comfortable. But he told me when he was in, I don't know when he was in something alive. When he was alive and younger, that he had a girlfriend, and they broke up, and then she got engaged. Like a couple months, like maybe 6-8 months, a year later. And one night he was drinking, and he just thought he was still in love with her. He went over to her house and proposed. He said, hey, look, I still love you, and I'm the right guy for you. And she said no. And he said he was happy because the next day he realized that he was just drunk, but so anyway, what I'm saying is it's okay to take your chances. It's okay to put the feelers out there. But if they're really in love and they got a happy deal going on, you don't want to, piss loudly into a baby's crib. So, but good luck out there. And thanks for helping. I wish I could help. I can't help. I cannot help. Let's get Nick in here real quick, man. I got to hit a meeting, but thank you guys so much for being here. We're going to do some news with Nick, and then we'll get to the end. And that's it. That's it. All right, we got the news here. Nick, what's up, man?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
I'm doing all right, bro. Thank you for asking. You had a good weekend, I heard you say earlier when I came in. What was up?
Yeah, it was fun. Friday, just met up with some friends and played tennis for a couple hours, and then we went out to the bars after. And Saturday, just watched the UFC, and then I went to a concert with the girl that I went to the Logan Paul fight with.
Oh,
yeah.
Second round, huh?
Yep. Saw Lee Fields, this old soul singer. He's like kind of James Brown-esque at Museum of Contemporary Art, and yeah, it was a solid weekend all around.
Dang, dude.
Gambling went really well.
Yeah, that's what you said. You hit a four hit thing parlay.
Yeah, 4-hit parlay. It was 50 to win 500. Not bad. 10 times the return. I'll take it.
Damn, he'll take it. He'll take it, man. What do we got for the news, dude? That second date though, how was that?
It was good. It was chill. It's very easy. She's fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let me try and guess her name. Can I guess her first name?
I doubt it, but
okay.
That's kind of a hint.
That is true, huh? I'm gonna say, fuck, man, I can't think of a good one. I'm not gonna worry about it. Let's just get into the news, man.
Sounds good. First news topic, Thursday night, from the fallout, Myles Garrett, the Cleveland Browns linebacker, is suspended for the rest of the season and indefinitely after that, after ripping off Mason Rudolph's helmet and then hitting him with it during a skirmish at the end of the game. Did you see this?
Yep. I saw it, man. I just thought it was guys being guys out there. I really thought it was like, it definitely was out of hand. Like, it's not fair that he gets a weapon and he doesn't get a weapon.
It's true.
I think they should, have him do have the guy have a chance to have a shield or, some other. Let's play a fifth quarter. I think what they want is a fifth quarter.
That would have been nice.
Four guys from each team out there with a helmet and a shield, dude, and see who wins it. I was also amazed that not that many people came to everybody's rescue. It seemed like. Yeah,
except Marquise Pouncey, the center for the Pittsburgh. He was the one. He went straight hood. He was punching and kicking Myles Garrett in the head once they had him subdued to the ground. It was pretty wild. He got suspended 3 games.
And did Rudolph get suspended or no?
No, he didn't.
And Rudolph was kind of tickling him by the neck and stuff. Did you see that?
Yeah. O.J. Simpson also saw it, and he really thought Mason started. You want to hear O.J.'s response?
Yeah.
Look, all I know is this. The minute Mason went after the man's helmet with his foot in his groin, it's on. I'm hearing all these announcers saying that Garrett should be suspended. Maybe he should. But when a guy's trying to get your helmet off your head, and that's where it started, with his foot in your groin, it's on. I'm just saying. Take care.
Well, yeah. I mean, look, OJ also will kill somebody.
Yeah, I know.
So for him, it doesn't take much for it to be on. You know what I'm saying, dude? If you were married to me, it's on. Wow. You know what? There's something to that. I thought it would have been fair if he got 3 games. That's what I thought it would have been fair. It seemed like the heat of battle.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think?
I thought he was like a complete maniac, and I seemed like my guess when it happened was it was going to be the rest of the season suspension. Vontaze Perfect, he already got suspended for the season for the Raiders earlier, just for like helmet to helmet hits, and like I don't know, he swung that with kind of ill intent. Usually I'm like, let him play, let him fight, everybody's soft, but he really seemed like he just completely lost control and he needs to be punished. I'm surprised though, like a couple of weeks ago, he tweeted about he was in his car and a fan walked up to him and like acted like they wanted an autograph, but then just hauled off and punched him in the face. And he didn't react at all in that moment. So I just feel like that fan really caught him on a good day, because otherwise he would have been murdered essentially.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like maybe Rudolph. I don't know. I mean, the tough thing too is for Rudolph, it's like, I don't know if that fueled him or didn't fuel him. You know, I guess we'll see when he plays his next game. If it like fired him up or if it's going to like make him more scared. I wonder if that would have any effect. I mean, they play each other in 2 weeks.
Ooh, that'll be super interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, man, it was nice. It was almost like the old days. It was almost like Bill Laimbeer was back.
Yeah. I love the old late 80s, early 90s basketball fights. There were some classics.
Oh, yeah. I love that too, man. Yeah, I want that fifth quarter, bro.
Yeah.
Let it, you know what I'm saying? Let's let it all be out there. Leave it where it is.
Like you said, everything's turning into WWE. Get a Royal Rumble, fifth quarter.
Get ready. What else we got?
So Colin Kaepernick, he finally got his wish and was able to work out in front of NFL scouts. His workout on Saturday ended up taking place at a high school in Atlanta. The NFL initially scheduled it for the Atlanta Falcons practice facility, but there was some back and forth with some statements made from the NFL and Colin Kaepernick's side, and Kaepernick's side said NFL was going to deny all media access at the Falcons practice facility, so they wanted it to be completely transparent so everybody could see theoretically how good he did. And there's a lot of posturing on both sides. Yeah,
it felt like that. It felt like a lot of posturing on both sides. You know, it feels like, you know, he's probably, I don't know if he really feels scorned. Sometimes with him, it's hard to know if he really feels scorned or if he, you know, he's kind of going out of the limelight now, and if, you know, they're trying to find a way to get him back in it. And it might not even be him at this point. It could be his PR people. It's interesting, whenever you get caught up in, you become something that's very public, you have a lot of people chirping in your ear about how you should behave, what you should do. You know, I wonder, I wish I knew him, because you would have a much better idea of what's really kind of going on. Like, did he move it so that he could have every reporter be there so he could get more press? Or, because he's probably thinking, oh, if it's closed, then nobody will know how good I did. They can say whatever. I don't know. What do you think?
I'm just not a huge fan of him. Say what you will about the cause, but I feel like if you sat him down and really asked, like, what are you trying to accomplish with this? Like, you just get this long, drawn-out answer, and he can't really answer it, like, what he's doing this for. I think it's kind of like you. Like, people have gotten in his ear, and he's kind of an empty vessel being just steered in whichever way is going to make the quickest buck.
Yeah.
And I also heard, this is complete hearsay, but from someone who says they know of the situation, that, like, he didn't really give a fuck about social justice issues at all, and then he started dating some girl who was really active in that type of thing, and that's when he got all about it.
I heard that as well. I think I told you that even.
Oh, was it you that told me it?
I think so.
I told you, a source close with knowledge close to this situation.
Bro, that's what I heard. Or we just both heard the same thing. Yeah, it makes you wonder, because they got paid out from the NFL. It just makes you wonder. I don't know. I think the NFL gives a lot of opportunity to African Americans. So I didn't, you know, it's mostly African Americans. So I didn't see I've never ever seen what the issue is.
And you can't tell me if Lamar Jackson was taking a knee, teams would get rid of him. He'd still be a starting quarterback in this league. Like,
dude, they should make him take a knee so good. You know, for one quarter, I'm saying, bro, we need to add more quarters, dude. That's the problem. This game's too short.
We're up to 6.
Yeah. What else we got?
Let's see. A Seattle police captain was arrested in an undercover prostitution sting from his own department. The 53-year-old Seattle veteran, police captain Randall Woolery, offered $40 to an undercover officer who was posing as a prostitute, and he was arrested on the spot.
Randall. Dude, if you're Randall, bro, you're going down. That's the truth. Name 7 fucking Randalls that haven't done something troublesome. Yeah, nobody can, bro. Yeah, that's crazy. His own sting?
His own department sting. They were trying to strut down some sex trafficking.
Well,
I think he should have been suspicious when it was only $40. I don't know what he was trying to get, but
Yeah.
You have more, I think, experience with prostitutes than myself. What's $40 going to get you nowadays? Not
$40
much.
isn't, man. You're not going to get much at all. For $40, you might as well just give that to your buddy, dude, and just tell him something you did. $40, you should have saved the money.
You parlay that, you get 500, and then I can get myself.
There you go. We might have to talk about gambling more. Let's get one more.
All right. The Gloveless Combat Sports Organization, Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship, has signed social media sensation Iranian Hulk. His name is Sajjad Garibi. He's a 370-pound bodybuilder, and he's 27 years old.
Yeah.
And he's been expressing an interest in combat sports for a while, and the announcement finally came during Bare Knuckle's 9th event this past Saturday.
And he has what I've often referred to as desert fat. You get, the Kardashians have it. Kim Kardashian has that. It's almost like very organized kind of fat, it looks like. Like, to me, this gentleman, it doesn't look like as much muscle as it is more of a gristle, more of a hard fat. And I remember I dated a girl for a while that had that hard fat in her. And it's more of it feels a little more outdoorsy than you get that soft, soft fat. It just feels a little bit more like I've said this before, but like a shit diaper. If you feel somebody's shit diaper out from the outside of it, like a baby's after it's full, and if you kind of squeeze it a little, it feels like that. But yeah, this looks like that hard fat to me. Who would this guy fight? You to furniture?
Yeah, they're looking for other super heavyweights. Whatever, it's not going to be very high level boxing once he does get in there. His muscles to me look like that stuff. Like you'd see guys, they inject it with something that
You could just see the water going over his little back. Yeah, that's something you can wash a baby too, right there. Even wash under his thick little arms right there. Just get up, just damn. You just want to just clean that little sucker out, get the devil out from under his arms. When I was young, they used to tell you that if you stank real bad, they say you got the devil under your arms, boy. And as a kid, you'd smell under your arm, you'd be like, dang, something is going on under there. I do have something non-well festering under me. I do have something, I got a little dark arts garden under each pit, under each flapper, under each lifter, under each arm. What's going on? Yeah, I hope you had a beautiful Easter time. I had a nice time myself. I hope you were, wherever this episode finds you today, if you're in your car, if you're sitting at home maybe, having your little soup or something. Maybe on a lunch break. And you got a sandwich. And some people cut their sandwiches. And that's me. I cut my sandwich up. I do the 4 cut. Some people do their sandwich, they don't do any cut, they just bite into it just blindly. Just know there's not a real game plan. It's very those people, that's a real question mark fella right there. Or strong woman. Somebody who don't, the sandwich, it's more that attack dog style. I'm just going to get in that bitch. Get in there. But I like that one that's been more dissected. And you always knew how much somebody's mom loved them when they were a kid if that sandwich had been really clipped up. And sometimes, because your mom, if your mom really loved you, she cut that thing, nice and then you had them, them regular boys out there, and they eat that bitches, that thing. Look, there's no plan to get into that thing. That sandwich looks like he doesn't even want you to get into it. Sometimes, if you look at it that way, and that's certainly when I was young, I had that kind of thing was. That thing was, didn't have a lot of entry points on it. A lot of those sandwiches we had. What's going on, man? Yeah, there's always that person at lunch that pulls that bad bastard out. You're like, damn, boy, this dude's going through some stuff. That sandwich doesn't have anything going on with it. And sometimes some people's mom would cut the heart in the middle, be like, damn, they must be rich, bruh. If somebody had that heart cut in that sandwich, like, they must be rich. And sometimes they were. That's the real kicker there. Sometimes they were. Yeah, happy belated Easter, man. Hope everybody had a nice time. I hope everybody got to at least sit and spend time with a loved one. You know, got to be around somebody that they cared about and do something joyous. I went down to Louisiana, which is a beautiful place down there, man. It's a slower place. You get down to Louisiana, man, a half hour will take 45 minutes. Ain't nobody in a rush to get through that. Somebody start a sentence at 11 a.m. and finish it up at about 12:20. Like, damn. Dang, boy. Mr. Eddie really got a gift of gab, they say. But it's a real, it's just a slow going. You see somebody start yawning about 4:15 in the afternoon. And they won't stop till about 5. It's a slow pace. It's just that, it's that kind of place. Things take time. And people, even a hug takes time. You hug somebody, that thing will last a minute or two. You could take a small nap if you want. You hug somebody. It's just there's not as much of a hurry. There's a little more patience. There's a little more peace, docility. There's something nice about that. There's something nice about the relaxation of it. And it's sweaty too down there, though. You get down into Louisiana, you get down into some of these rural areas, baby. You know what I'm talking about. It's sweaty as can be. Sometimes it's hard to hug some people now. If they a little thick or if they got a little bit of oil in their skin or if they too small, you can't even get a hug on somebody if they real bony. Like, man, I can't. You can't. It's impossible. It's just, you can't really get a good snatch on them. Because everybody's sweating down there. People so sweaty. You see people try to shake hands. 20 times, a hand slide right off. Can't even. Somebody put a watch on, they can't get it on. Damn. Because of the sweat pouring out of people. There's just a lot going on down there. But we had a nice time. We had a real nice time, man. It was, what was it? It was, when I was in high school, I went and lived with a different family. And the fella that raised me, that man, who was part of my life, he turned 80 years old. And he getting older, baby, now. So we went down there and had his birthday, and that was really nice. And then went over to my brother's house for Easter. And they had some good food over there, baby. What'd they have? They had them little wiener it's like wiener blanket. It's not like it's like a little wiener blanket. It looked like a piece of bread, put a rear naked choke on a damn little wiener. You know what I'm talking about? It's looked like yeah. It's like you know what I'm talking about? It's just like a little wiener is wearing a little French bread as like a cape. I don't know what it's called. But they had a whole little stack of them mitches, and I got in there. And they had those finger sandwiches. Somebody brought a tray of them. And I cracked into them. And some of those, the meat, the more the afternoon goes on, that meat gets a little hard. And that's kind of when you find out who you are as a man, I think, is the later in the afternoon you're willing to eat a finger sandwich. Because you see some dudes get real dicey with it, too. Some guys will only roll in later in the day. 5 p.m. or something around sundown, and it was a 1 p.m. party. And them bitches, it gets real hard on the outside. On those little finger sandwich, a little bit of ham on that bastard. You know, a little bit of roast beef. Somebody just... And some men, they go tongue first into that bitch. Some of those older men, that shit is like, damn, bruh. Y'all need to lock that man up. Or at least go through his hard drive. That dude is on to, he's been doing, you know, that guy's got something going on in him. Because his tongue is out here, he's out here tongue first into the world looking for something. But if you see somebody go tongue first into the hard side of a finger sandwich, dear God, baby, lock them up. That's what I say. Lock them up. But yeah, we had a nice time, man. We had a really nice time. What else did we do? I'll tell you. I got some new tour dates I want to tell you too, so don't forget. I'm excited to let you know. We got an extra show added in Los Angeles on May 7th. That's coming up over there at the Wheel Turn. And then we got Albuquerque, New Mexico. And that's May 18th, May 19th in Midland, May 20 in Lubbock, Texas. And May 21, Dallas, Texas, we've added another show there. So get your friend or somebody. Get somebody you love and bring them. Grab somebody by the hand and say, hey, babe, we're going to go get involved in something good. We also have Savannah, Georgia, June 2nd, Augusta, Georgia, June 3rd, and Montgomery, Alabama, June 4, as well as Columbus, Georgia, June 5. And some those are all available, theovon.com/tour. And some new dates down in Florida. We have June 23rd in Hollywood, Florida. June 24, Fort Myers, Florida, down there, military area, I'm guessing. And June 2-5 over in Daytona Beach, Florida. You come over there, bring them sunburnt titties out with you. And bring that skin cancer with you, baby, in Daytona. Everybody out there smoking on them Dorals and huffing on Winstons. You'll see a newborn come out, and he got his, he'll have a little lighter in his hand, hunting a Doral. That's Daytona Beach, Florida, June 2-5. June 2-6 down there in Lakeland, Florida. And those Florida tickets are available first to Patreon on Tuesday, April 19th. And we'll send you the code on Patreon. And then my pre-sale starts Wednesday, April 20th. And that code is Rat King at 10 a.m. locally. You can get those. And that starts on Wednesday. So, yeah, as well, we have we've got some new stuff. We got the bobbleheads on sale, and the Gang hoodies are out now as well. And you can find all those online. And just thank everybody for the support, you know. And thank you for supporting this podcast and being patient with this podcast. And just being a part of this group. Yeah, I'll get back into a little bit more about Easter. You know, I went and spent some time with my family, and we really enjoyed ourselves. But I also want to get into the news a little bit. The news right here. A man, an adult male, told his employer not to celebrate his birthday. And he was awarded $450,000 after he received an unwanted party. And that's where we are, folks. It says a Kentucky man with anxiety disorder asked his employer not to celebrate his birthday because it would trigger a panic attack. Damn, bro. Dang, man. Now, he could have had a rocky birth. That's the thing you don't know. And sometimes you do know. When you shake somebody's hand, you look in the eye, you can see all the way back to the womb, baby. Straight back to that mom hole, and you can see that they really struggled on the way out. Some babies, they come out that bitch fat. They don't want to, you know. It's been a tough time. It's been a long 9 months they did. They've been in there Shawshanked out, baby. They couldn't handle it inside of their mom. Because sometimes you don't know what's going on in the womb. Because the others, you know, we see the human side. But the back side of the womb, that's the Lord's, that's the Lord's lobby, dog. That's that BTS. We don't know what's going on in there. So that baby could have been in there, you know, could have been caged up, they could have had MS-13 back in there. They could have had a couple brothers in there shanking out, doing dice. You don't know what it's been like in there. It could have been, some vatos running a fake church. You don't know what the backside of the womb has been like for a baby, what the Lord's side has been. Because that sonogram, that just picks up, it picks up the earth side. So damn, bro, so some babies, they come right out that bitch and they don't want to be in the world really. And sometimes you see a man, and so when that birthday just brings all that back, it triggers it. When some people these days, they got a lot of fire bitches out there, they can't handle seeing a little bit of fire. So you put more than 4 candles on a sugar treat, they lose their edge, So maybe that's what happened. I don't know. It says, anxiety disorder man asked his employer not to celebrate his birthday. It would trigger panic. When the company ignored Kevin Burling's request and had a surprise lunchtime celebration, he got upset, had a panic attack, and left work. Now, this the part, if you panicking that much, I don't know if you could, where you drive off, or did he walk off? If he walked off, I believe it. But if you really panicked out, you can't operate a damn Dodge Neon or not. You can't. If you really shook, I don't know, it's hard to really, I wouldn't get into a motor vehicle. A day after the celebration, Burling was called into a meeting where he was confronted and criticized for his reaction. Damn, they probably lit him up. You can't handle this birthday, Kevin. Kevin? You can't handle a surprise party, son? This confrontation triggered another panic attack, the lawsuit said. He was fired days later. Damn, bro. Burling sued, alleging disability discrimination and retaliation. On March 31, a jury awarded him $450,000. He suffered an adverse employment action because of his anxiety disability. Damn. That's where we are, people. People can't handle a surprise party. People can't handle a surprise. And I think, look, I got to side with the company here, man. I got to side with the company because, Mr. Burling, it's your birthday, man. You were the one that was born, bruh. Okay? So these people are trying to honor. That's what they do at an office. If there's a kitchen with a table in it at a business, then the only thing people do in there is use the microwave or do surprise cakes for other people in the office, man. You got to know that shit. If you even go there to work, you got to know that people want to, and it's not even about you. It's about the other people at work. They want a 12-minute break to have some bad cake from Albertsons, okay? They want to have an extra 11 or 8 minutes during one day of the week to surprise. They probably don't even know your name, Mr. Burling. So it's really a chance for you to kind of show out. So when you go into a group setting and you say, look, I don't want to do the thing that y'all do, and then they do it and you go to the car with the panic attack, man. It's your birthday. You were born, bruh. I think you got to come to terms. I think you got to talk to your mother about it, or you got to talk to somebody about it. Because if they candle you up and get that sugar, that's all it is, man. Yeah, can you even imagine where Kevin's like, don't throw me a party. Look, guys, don't throw me a party, okay? I mean it, guys. If somebody secretly comes around the corner with the cake for any reason, I'm out of here. Like, what happened to him that he can't handle? Like, what kind of trauma happened to him? I don't understand how you can't handle a dessert and ta-da at the same time. I don't get it. I don't get it, but that's where we are. And a day after the celebration, Burling was called into a meeting where he was confronted and criticized. Hey, bro, we was trying to surprise you. And he couldn't take it, man, and he triggered another panic attack. That's the fun. It's like, is it just panic attack or are you just upset? Maybe. That's another thing. We've gotten into a place where even if you're just a little upset, people call it a panic attack. So, damn. But he got that $450,000. Watch him throw himself a huge birthday party now, too. Watch Kevin Burling go hard, bro. Dang, he suffered adverse employment action. You can sue for anything now. Imagine suing because people wanted to show you love on your birthday. Maybe he hated those people. Maybe he hated working there. I bet that's what it was. Because if you hate working somewhere, then when those people are trying to get a little bit of a 12-minute break because of your life, because you were born, you're going to say, nah, we shutting it down. I bet that's what happened. Damn, boy. But everybody knows his name now. Kevin Burling's got $450,000 on him. So somebody going to surprise that dude with a weapon or something. I mean, that's a lot of money. What else we got in the news? Michigan kindergartner brings Jose Cuervo margaritas to snack time, made students woozy. That's Michigan, bruh. Have you been to Michigan? That's Michigan, dude. That's Mexican Michigan, really. That's all they doing. A kindergarten class accidentally consumed tequila during snack time. One of the kids bought a bottle of ready-to-drink Jose Cuervo margaritas to Grand River Academy. So you know if Academy is in it, it's rich children. In her backpack, she brought it. Rich. Several students drank it, bruh. Thoughts, probably. One kindergartner felt woozy and a little dizzy. Some little lightweight. After having 4 or 5 sips from a Dixie cup. This sounds like a Morgan Wallen concert. What was going on here? But what else? That's the news. Okay, we got, I want to tell you that right now, this episode is sponsored by Ritual. Protein powders can be intimidating, but the fact is that we all need protein. Look at an animal. What's in it? Protein. If you pet an animal, what do you feel under its skin? Protein. It's not just about muscles. Protein helps support bone health and satiety. As we go through life, protein needs change. So it's important to choose a mix for different life stages. Ritual's Essential Protein is a delicious plant-based protein powder with 3 distinct formulas designed to meet the body's changing protein needs. Choose from 3 thoughtful formulas with 20 grams of pea protein per serving. Daily Shake 18 Plus is a complete amino acid profile featuring choline, an essential nutrient, and common dietary gap. If you ladies been giving out babies out of your body, or men, if you can do it, I'll watch you try. That shake is formulated with extra nutrient support to meet the demands of pregnancy and lactation. They have a great taste, handcrafted vanilla flavor from sustainably harvested Madagascar vanilla bean. And I don't know how they get it, probably. Could have won it in a war. I'm not sure where they get it. Ready to shake up your protein ritual? My listeners get 10% off during their first months at ritual.com/Theo. Ritual even offers a money-back guarantee if you're not 100% in love. Visit Ritual, ritual.com/THEO for 10% off your first 3 months. I want to let you know about Blue Chew as well. You know about it probably, but you can know more. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis, but in chewable form and at a fraction of the cost. Blue Chew's tablets combat all forms of ED and can help men gain extra confidence for when it's time to perform. They get you ready. They get you rotted out. Blue Chew is an online prescription service. So no doctor visit, no awkward convo, no waiting in line at the pharmacy. It ships right to your door in a discreet package. Yep, don't like swallowing pills? No problems here. The sildenafil and the tadalafil tablets are chewable. So you can just eat them. Blue Chews are made in the USA. So there you go. You could listen to you could listen to some Bruce Springsteen while you eat that bastard. And guys, here's a special deal for you. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code THEO at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BLUECHEW.com. Promo code THEO to receive your first month for free. All right. Yeah. Easter came through, and Jesus came back. He's that real, he's the hide and go seek champ, really, when you think about it. And I really like Easter. I like the tradition. I like you go and you get you a little cut of ham on the plate and get you a ham medallion or whatever they got over there. Some people do it different. Some people cut the ham in an Easter shape or something. You might get a little rabbit ear of ham, or you might get you a little, somebody will cut a piece of ham even in like a little chickadee. You're like, damn, this is chicken and ham. But it's really just ham. And I like a lot of the traditions that come along. I like Easter. I like seeing the different colors, and you drive by a church and there's some kids out there. And, so, a couple of kids, sometimes if they're brothers, they're fighting, one of them's punching the other one. But still, they look nice. The girls have their little dresses on, and they're, the mom is talking to somebody and saying bye. We had a nice time. And the girls are sitting there just hanging on her dress. They're all ready to go back to the house. I just like driving by. I like just seeing things like that. I like going to a service and people are singing, but I like the tradition of it, man. And I like the fact that Jesus comes back. I like the fact that somebody shows back up to check on you. Yeah, Jesus is like that bookmark in time. He's that recurrer. He's that he shows back up. He's, hey, I haven't forgot about you. Hey, I haven't forgot about you. I like that. I like that, man. Because time has no feeling. Time is sometimes so painful. Because time don't stop for nothing. Time don't stop for nothing. Not a birth, not a death, not a surprise part, not a car crash, not a fire, time don't stop for nothing. You know how cold you gotta be to not stop for nothing. You gotta be as cold as can be. You gotta have the North Pole in your nuts. You gotta have a damn polar bear living in your heart. And that's time, man. Time just keeps going. And so I that's why I like traditions. I like things that are like little things that give you just little bookmarks. And I like that Jesus pops back in. He said, "Hey, I'll be back, I'm still here." I like that. He's like the Terminator. He's like this one thing that says, "Hey, time, I'm going to he's almost like this little bit of like a trump card for time. He's like, all right, time, I see you, but just know that I got my own superpowers and I can, I can come back and change the game. So that's one thing that I find real inspiring about the Easter story is that there's some, it provides some comfort because time is not, time don't even stop to tie its shoe. It don't even know if it has shoes on. It don't know if it's in sandals or boots or if it even has legs. Time don't even stop to look down to see what it's rolling on. If it's on damn wooden wheels or 24s or ankles, it doesn't. It just keeps going. It's just like a thoughtless wind. But we need it. And that's why I like the Easter story. That's why I like Jesus Cristo popping back through and saying, hey, just letting y'all know when I'm ready to come back and do my magic, I'm going to come back and do my magic, It's nice that somebody pops in. It's like when you're playing and you're a kid and somebody sticks their head in the door and is like, hey, letting y'all know I'm here. So I like that, I like that every year somebody rolls back through and says, hey, time, I see you doing your thing, but just letting you know I can do mine as well. And that's a beautiful story there. And our families, I don't know what religion we were growing up. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we live close to a church. We were 6th Baptist or something, I think, or 7th Baptist. We live right by a church. And somebody definitely, I'm not saying got molested, but somebody in our family probably got molested. So we're whatever religion that is, baby. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, I like traditions. I like traditions because the more we lose traditions, the more we lose contact with our forefathers and stuff. It really is, And I know some people are like, well, a lot of traditions are just business. Right, but it's not about that, really. It's about the fact that you celebrate something that someone else celebrated. That you try and tell like this relentless thing, this time that doesn't even give, time doesn't even give, it gives you life, but your life, it's so hard to really make an imprint in time. It's almost impossible. But for me, I feel like small things like traditions and celebrating certain things every year, it's a little bit like saying, I'm going to try to put my stake in the ground here. Yeah, I don't remember what religion we were, man, growing, or what denomination. But I remember one Christmas, somebody had driven through a fence in our area. Somebody had a fence and somebody had driven through it. Because people, get jealous and shit and drunk and like, oh, this motherfucker's got a fence. Bam, And somebody drove through that bitch. And so I went over there one time and was hanging out with one of the kids over there. And we started making stuff out of wood. And I made my sister this, like a thing to keep her dolls in or something. I was probably about maybe 11. So then I remember I'm walking home one night and I passed this family's house. They had a rental home right on the corner. And this man that lived there was an Elvis impersonator. And he had 4 children, I think, and they all stayed in the yard and wore like, I think they were Pentecostal. They wore clothes all the way down, past their feet. I mean, it looked like they were sleeping bags with heads, the whole family. And the daddy was in the garage making one of the children a shirt out of wood. And he was alcoholic. And I went in there, and I remember and tried to help him put that together for his son for Christmas. And his son used to vomit on the bus. And I don't even know if he ever got an education. I don't know what the hell class he even went to. I just remember, only thing I remember about the kid is that he was losing his hair at a young age, and he used to vomit on the bus. He was basically like a 50-year-old man. He was almost like an older alcoholic, the kid, but he was just a kid. All right, let's get into a few questions and stuff that came here. As always, the hotline is 985-664-9503. If you're having trouble with something or you're struggling with something, feel free to hit the hotline. If you have a question, if you have a response or a reply or a replication about something on the show, feel free to hit it. You know, it's an open airwave, gang.
What's up, Theo? It's Michael. I don't know if you remember me or not, but I called a little over a year ago on the Spill the Duntlet episode.
Thank you for calling, Michael, from the Spill the Duntlet episode. I'll have to go back and check that out, man, but I appreciate you calling, brother. Onward.
I had just relapsed, and you called me back then and talked with me, kind of lifted my spirits up, and I'm sorry I'm out of breath. I'm at work. But so anyway, it's been a little over a year now, and I'm still clean. No relapses. I'm happier than I've ever been. Everything's good. So I just wanted to give you an update and let you know everything is good, and I think a lot of it has to do with you calling me that day. It meant the world to me, and I just wanted you to know that. You're a good dude, man.
Well, thanks, bro. I appreciate the nice message, man. That's sweet of you to say, man. I think a lot of that goes to you for just taking care of yourself. It's tough, and to try something new and try something different is tough. And, and thank you for just reaching out and saying the nice words. I'm happy for you. You sound good, and that's nice. That's a nice way to sound, brother. Amen. Let's hit another call or two that came in. Here we go. This is kind of in the same vein.
Hey, Theo. My name's Robert. Just wanted to call in, say hey, let you know I appreciate you, man. I've been listening to you for the last few years, and honestly, I don't know why I'm calling.
Thanks for calling, Robert, and that's long for Robbie. People say Robbie or Rob, Bob, Robo, they call him sometime. Robert. I think it's French, actually. Robert. Somebody that's Roberting. It's not a verb. Onward.
I think you're really relatable as far as human being to human being, so I wanted to get your opinion. Kind of on my first real stint of sobriety right now, and about to come up on my 90-day mark. And the first part was real easy, but now I'm starting to have these conversations in my head where I'm negotiating with myself that, maybe I'm not an alcoholic, trying to work through my steps and stuff. I'm getting closer and closer to talking myself into reaching for the bottle again. And I just wanted to get your opinion and see if there's anything that can really be anything you can.
Thanks for the call, man. I think what you're expressing is what a lot of people express if they are about to go out of their program, and not be sober. So it's a risk. It's a risky place to be in, because there will be things that will call you back into the world. It's happened to me many times. I'm just recommitting myself now to my program, and I just hit a meeting this morning. And there's a lot of old people in this meeting, and some of them start falling asleep. And one guy I think was in the war, I guess. I don't even know what war it could have been, but he'll and other guys are just old, so they just have sounds kind of come out of them, like some of them, and then old people sometimes like a gas will just come out of their arm. Their bodies just kind of, it's like a hot spring kind of almost at a certain point where they're just little, they'll move their elbow and it'll just like an exhaust. It just, it's just a lot of old people are making all these sounds around me. There's a lot of sounds in there. But anyway, I was just thinking about that. But, look, the only thoughts I have is this: it's really tough to recommit yourself once you start going down that slope. I've tried a lot of different things over time, thinking that I didn't have some sort of problem, or not knowing what my problem, or not knowing what my, not problem, but difficulty was. So, I mean, it's all your own choice. Nobody can tell you what to do, but it's definitely I've seen the crossroads a bunch, and I've been there myself, where you kind of lean in or you're leaning out. But I applaud you on 90 days, brother. Congratulations, man. That's awesome. And I just wish you the best, whatever you're doing, and nobody knows if you are an alcoholic or if you have that thing or some form of it except for you. You're the only one that knows, so love you, baby. Take care of yourself, brother. Gang. What else? We had some other good calls that came in here. Oh yeah, let's hit this one.
Hey Theo, this is Brendan out of New Hampshire by way of Boston, and I was just calling in because I feel I really can relate to some of your family troubles, man. So you've been talking about your mom, and I have a similar issue with my mom. I'm not going to get into it because it's not pretty, but sometimes your trust goes away. And my dad was never really, in the scene. He was doing his own thing. He's a hyper intelligent individual, and he wasn't there for me. But to have my trust broken from my mom made me feel like I had no one really. So I looked up to my older brother, and I was just wondering, is forgiveness in us? Because I try to forgive so much, but then oftentimes I dwell on, why they wronged me. And this goes for my brother, my dad, my mom.
Yeah, it's a good call, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for calling. And it's funny, this is kind of right where I am. During the holiday, during Easter, I got to see my mother and see my brother. And my mother's going to be moving to Arizona. And, this may have been the last time I get to see her in Louisiana. And she's moving to Tucson, Arizona. And she also, she's trying to get a weapon too. So if anybody does tactical sales or tactical training out there that can help like an older woman do it, hit up the producer email, because we got to get mom, we got to get that thing on her, So, and it have to be a piece that she could handle, So that would be awesome if somebody could help with that. That'd be cool. It's tough because it's like, how long do I hold a grudge, And then, because at a certain point, your parents, they're just getting older and you're missing out on whatever there is there. And I think I believe, and it's one of the reasons why I'm trying to recommit myself to my program, is because I believe that forgiveness is the only answer. I believe that letting go of whatever that hurt is. sometimes I felt so hurt as a kid. I hold on to that hurt because sometimes it's the only relationship I had with my mother was that I was angry at her. And it's all I had. It's the only thing that I had. So it was like so hard to let it go. It's been hard to let it go. Because the only thing that I had was my anger or my uncomfort or my pain. It was so hard to let it go. It's like a blanket, It's like I know this isn't good for me, but somehow it keeps me warm a little. The only thing I had, when I was young, and I'm not talking about self-pity here or anything like that. I'm trying to really examine this, like why we hold on to those things. Cause all I for a long time, all I had was just my anger. And I was wronged, it's somebody's, all I had was that. And when you have that from a young age with a parent, it's like, it's not even you holding on to it as a conscious adult. It's this inner child that's got this claws on him, He got them grips, them mitts, baby. And so it's hard to let go of some of that. But I just believe that the only way to do it, the only way to really get free is to have some forgiveness, And people do the best they can. I saw my mother this weekend, and all any of us are is just kids that are just getting older, and just trying our best in the world. And sometimes it takes time. You can't really force it, but I think we can get into practices that help us get closer to forgiveness. And that's where I want to be. Because at a certain point, I'm tired of the grudges. Even if I'm not the one making them, even if they're from I've got to talk to myself or have a relationship enough with my heart that's like, hey, trust me enough to walk us through this. And with my higher power. To say, hey, God, help me walk through this. Help me. I have felt unloved, or I have felt wronged, or I have felt this. Help me try again to give this person a chance to love me, because if not, I miss out twice. I miss out as a child when I wasn't able to make a choice. When I had, it was all survival instincts that I had to operate from. But I miss out as an adult when I am able to make a choice. And as hard as it is, I don't want to miss out on getting to love my mother twice. And I don't know if that makes a ton of sense or not. And fuck, I don't even know if I care if it does. It's been, for me, it's been a long journey with this kind of stuff and trying to navigate it. And that's okay. That's okay. So, but I wish you well there, brother. And just know that there's other people out there that are on this journey with you in some ways. It could be a mother. It could be a father. It could be a sibling. And it could be ourselves. Sometimes a lot of it for me is about forgiving myself. You know, when you are, as children, you think it's your fault. You take so much responsibility for yourself that if something isn't right, then of course it's on me. It's on me. But if stuff's on you for so long, it's on me. It's on me. It's on me. You can handle that for a while, but I think at a certain point, you're right. It's all on you. And it's just you. And it gets kind of lonesome, you know? And I'm not saying that in a self-pity way. I'm just saying that in I want my life to be filled with other people. And so hopefully that is a direction that I can head in, with the help of others and with the help of a higher power. I've been there before, and I think I can be there again. But gang, baby, take care of yourself. Oh, yeah, and I got this new gang hitter right here, too, on. It's a baby blue, and it's a large. And the large runs a little big on this one. So I don't know if I'd go medium. I feel good in here. I feel like somebody should have washed under this baby's arms, though. That's for damn sure. And if you can't get well, brother, you can always get you one of them weighted blankets. If you can't get well, you could always get you a weighted blanket. Because that's one thing I noticed. Some people, they get that weighted blanket. They got to feel. And I'm one of those people. Shit, I don't even know who I'm talking about. I like to get that little, make me feel like a little peanut. Just tidy me up. I always want to be wrapped up and, smothered, covered, chunked, baby. Put me like that. I want them covers right up to my neck. I want it all. I got to be tight. That's how I like to be. But I had a friend that was visiting recently, and they're like, oh, yeah, the weighted blanket. She said, the weighted blanket in your guest room is great. I said, I don't even know I had a damn weighted blanket in there. And that's where I guess, maybe we're all headed that way. I think there's so much anxiety in the world now. Everybody's going to have a weighted blanket, weighted hat. You see somebody in a damn weighted hat, brother, can't even walk. I'm just trying to get to work. My nephew got me this heavy one, and that dude's just trudging along barely. He's 9 minutes late to work over there at Amazon. It's up, everybody get everything. Weighted gloves. You can't even shake a hand anymore. But you don't know, no anxiety. People are going to have they're going to have a service friend. That's what I'll probably be. I'll be that emotional support friend. I won't be the friend that the chicks bang. That dude will come in. He'll be that real hit man. Probably a little Vato or something, or a brother, Somebody with some tats and, maybe a blade on them. But I'll be that emotional support friend that kind of comes in and just kind of chats with you while you're making dinner. That's what I'll be. But it's getting weird in the world. Or is it? Are we just getting separate? I don't know what it's getting. But the shit's got me curious. And I hope Elon buys Twitter, dude. That's what I hope. And sinks that shithole. Because those people have fucked with free speech more than anybody in the entire world. And I hope somebody shuts that shit down. I don't know how we ever got into some of this situation. I do not know. But I do, man. I hope Elon buys Twitter and untweets that whole in business. That's what I hope. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy. Give it a try and see if online therapy can help lower your stress. That's right. BetterHelp, if you are in need of someone to talk to or be with, if you don't want to be alone, or if you just, something's bothering you, don't let it bother you. I say stay busy. That helps. And if you need someone to talk to, then get them. And BetterHelp can do it. It's more affordable than in-person therapy. Give it a try. See if it can help lower your stress. This podcast is sponsored by BetterHelp, and this past weekend listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/THEO. That's BetterHelp.com/Theo. Fellas, have you started your spring cleaning yet? You got to clean up that crotch, baby, that C-rotch. You got to clean up down there by that rattler in that bag, Daddy. Get it? That's right. The carpets need cleaning. Do the drapes match the hair on your back? That's what I want to know, Benjamin. Manscaped has the full package you need for spring cleaning this year. The Performance Package 4.0 is the only tool you need to keep your boys looking and smelling like the fresh tulips that your partner wants. Clear your holes and smell the spring air with that weed whacker. Yep, the nose and ear hair trimmer. Some people, you can't even hear certain things because you got so much hair on you. Your ear look like it's growing a little Ewok or something. Growing a little mitten. You'll see somebody put both their hands in your ear to stay warm. And you're like, damn. But they just trying on that mitten. Finish off your grooming routine with the Plow 2.0, the perfect razor for the finest shave on your face. Get your face well. That's right. Manscaped has it all. It's Testicular Cancer Awareness Month in April. Test your nuts out. Or have your buddy test them. Manscaped is partnering with Testicular Cancer Society. They're bringing awareness. Check your nuts out. Get 20% off and free shipping with the code THEO at manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code Theo at manscaped.com. It's time to throw out your old hygiene habits and upgrade your life. Yeah, I think it's interesting that that Elon is trying to buy Twitter. I like it. I like to see... free speech it's not what it used to be. It's not. In a lot of media, it's all owned by the same couple of organizations and types of people. And you're not allowed to say certain things. I know on Twitter, they shut down certain political views and political stories. They won't even let them be shared on there. Whereas other ones, they will. Certain schools of thought and ideas they won't allow, and others they will. And it's a dump. It's a dump, and it's just about power and control. And people are sick of it. It's literally making people sick. You take away somebody's voice, and it, for some of it, it's the only thing you have that's yours. And I've been a victim of it, or not I've been a contributor of it myself, and being afraid to even say what I really want to say sometimes. Being afraid to speak up for myself, afraid that I won't be able to, that I'll lose my ability to even have a job or have a space. And that's scary. That is, it's fucked up. So any chance I see where somebody who wants to even the score a little bit is trying to make that happen, I like that, because you put so much pressure on, you make things so unfair for so long, I just don't think it's going to end well. And I don't know what exactly that means, but damn, you're going to see, if people can't speak at a certain point, they're going to fight for their voice, I think. So more power to them. I think Twitter's long been a shithole. It's long been a shithole. And so I hope Elon flushes it. What else here, man? A lot of great calls that have come in, and I hate to not be able to get to all of them. Let's take another call.
Theo Vaughn, what, dude? Yeah, it's Brandon out of Amarillo.
Brandon, baby, out of Amarillo. That's a Spanish animal, baby. That's a good place down there, I think. I've never been. Onward.
Getting excited to see that Dallas show, boy. Man, real excited you're coming down here to Texas. Just wanted to call, let you know who's listening out here. Man, I'm a commercial painter. I hear you talking to my earbuds every day, dude. Gets me through the day, keeps my mind out of the dark arts, if you feel me. But man, just appreciate everything. Getting excited to see you.
Gang, baby. Thanks, Brandon. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too down there in Dallas at the Wind Spear, and it's a beautiful venue. What else do we have to say here? What else is going on?
Gang. Hey, Theo, what's up, man? Just getting ready to do a little pre-Easter egg hunt with the kids, with the fam. Single dad, so I don't get to have them every weekend. But anyways, I just wanted to ask you and your listeners, like, what are some things that they did, your parents or relatives did for Easter? Like, we always hid eggs and you find them. Some have chocolates, some have, I guess, other things. But a big thing, I guess, in Asian culture, Thai culture, we had our parents hide money in the plastic eggs. So some of them would have pennies. I think one of them I found had a $10 bill, which that shit was gold when you were like, 4 or 5.
Oh, yeah, baby. That's beautiful. And y'all did it. And y'all Thai? You guys are Thai because you sound white. You shocked everybody when you tied out there. Yeah, what did we do? My mother would make Easter baskets, and hide them. And what else will we do? We probably had to clean usually. My mom made us clean a lot, so I didn't mind cleaning because you get the fumes, baby. You get those fumes going in the bathroom. I'd be in there pouring bleach. I'd pour bleach in the toilet and stir it with that cleaner thing, little cleaner stick. And just get that hit, baby. That hot bowl hit, son. Get that Easter, that frickin' resurrection, bruh. Right up in my lungs, baby. Let the Lord show up in your lungs. So, yeah, I think we would clean on Easter. And we would probably just play, spend time with our neighbors. People would burn stuff in the ditch around then because it was spring cleaning. So you'd see a lot of ditch fires. And we would, after the fires would go down, a lot of us would get wet and get out in there and get the ash on ourselves. Do Ash Wednesday, Ash Thursday, Ash Sunday, Ash Tuesday. We'd be out there damn ashed out, I mean, you'd almost look black to a lot of people. Some I remember a black mother in the neighborhood told us to fucking get in the house. We're like, we're not even your kids. So we get all, we just party with whatever was in the ditch usually. Because springtime, people did spring cleaning. People throw stuff in the ditch and then burn it. So you'd either get a pile of ash or you get stuff that wasn't burned yet. Get you half a shiffer robe or something. Get that bitch going, You sit out there and play office or, get you half a desk or something. You play doctor or, Planned Parenthood. You play different games out there, business games. But we enjoyed it, man. We really enjoyed it. And I'm glad the Thai people, you guys did it too. I don't know what you guys were up to on Easter. I know you guys like to chop up those eggs and put them in the that shrimp stir fry. And I like that. Thank you for that. One of my favorite things about Asian culture is how they chop that egg up and sneak it in a meal. They'll sneak that bitch in anything, son. That's Easter all the time. When you're Asian, they hide an egg in anything. They'll hide an egg in any damn meal. It'll be June or it'll be August, and you'll find an egg in something. That's beautiful. Let's get one more call here.
What up, Theo? It's Murph from Marietta, Ohio.
What's up, Murph, out there in Ohio? And we're happy you're alive, baby gang.
Just wanted to call in, listen to bird necking, and your ayahuasca talk, man, it's dope as fuck, because it really resonates with me. I had issues with my mom, and she was an addict, and people don't really understand how that disconnects you from modern day adulthood. But hey, man, shout out. You're doing big things. You're helping people. To hear it from someone like you is very humbling and feels cool, man. I appreciate you. Later, dog.
Oh, gang, bro. Thank you for the nice words, man. You know, I'm sorry a lot of these calls are about me, I guess, today. And I'm sorry that your mother suffers from addiction, man. Oh. You know, it breaks my heart, honestly. It's just so powerful. It's so powerful. People don't know. People don't know. And when you do struggle from it, the pain that an addict feels, that they can't love somebody, that they have trouble loving, that they have trouble connecting. I mean, I don't know what's the tougher side of the coin. To be the one that doesn't get the connection, or be the one that can't even give it. You know, there's some break in how we're doing things. There's some disconnect that we don't see overall. We're missing something as a species. And I'm sorry that your mother has dealt with that, and that you've had to deal with that, man. I bet you're an awesome guy and an awesome son. And yeah, we'll just keep it going. How about that, gang? All right, let's hit one more here. And thank you guys, as always, the hotline 985-664-9503.
Hey, Theo, it's Ashley from Albany, Georgia. Just had a quick...
Hey, Ashley. And I used to date my first girlfriend named Ashley, actually. And it was a woman. And beautiful gal. Sweet gal. And anyway, you're a man, and I'm happy you're here, too, as well, brother. Gang, baby, onward.
Question for you. My assistant at work has been taking really long bathroom breaks.
Mm-hmm.
Dude goes like maybe 3 times a day for like an hour at a time. I mean, it's about half the time at work. Seems like he's in the toilet. But I just was wondering, what should I say? Should I say something to him, or I don't know? It's just kind of weird, and I just thought your take would be good on it. All right. Anyway, love the show, and I just
gang, baby, thank you. I didn't mean to cut you off, dude, but I did on accident, or I don't even know if I did it on accident. But yeah, bro. First of all, obviously, this could be Kevin Burling, dog. Okay, this could be Kevin Burling in there. He got that surprise party in his bottom, bro. You know what I'm saying? He got that ta-da in his colon, dog. He might not be able to handle the work environment. And this is the kind of employees you get these days. Some guys, they come, they clock in, they shitting. You have a dude at work for 6 hours, he's shitting for 4 hours, bruh. And you got to pay him. And then he wants child support. You're like, child support? He's like, yeah, I'm dropping these kids off at the pool, son. And he'll take you to damn court. That's Kevin Burling, dog. This is the issue with today, man. You can't even find somebody that wants to show up and do work. People want you to pay them the shit. That's the world we live in. People saying, hey, give me $30 an hour, bruh. I'll open my ass up over at your office. You're like, what? And they want medical. They want medical and dental. They want dental, bruh. And all they doing is shitting. They want dental, bruh. If all you doing at work is doing booty and you want dental, bruh, that's messed up. And you know it is. It just, I don't know when it ends, man. And I don't know how you handle it. You can't say nothing, they'll sue you. Say you won't let them do bowels at work. You won't let them have a BM, a natural BM at work. You'll be on their BM suppressor, they call you. Or that booty oppressor. They're saying you caging up their bowels. You know? They out there faking Crohn's disease and doing all of that. It's hard to be an employer these days. Because people want you to pay them the shit. You hear me? People want